Back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Score! Go to the deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship. To Rebels Stadium tonight, opening night of a high school football season. The Woodbury Royals visiting the Champlin Park Rebels. Woodbury took that opening kickoff, and they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. On a warm night here at Champlin Park.
Anytime I can sweat while I'm announcing, Steve, that's a good thing.
And that opening handoff. Kip Copeland goes around the left side and gains about 5 out to the 34-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 4.
You're seeing some of the Woodbury players who are getting their first look at the season also, but not a lot of carries last year. And 215 yards last year on the season for Copeland. Picked up 5 there.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Quarterback. Bajellos, and wrapped up. Ball could be loose. Nevertheless, it is a loss on the play. Good job by the Rebels defensively, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 1 back at the 31-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play.
Well, there you see George Bajellos, the quarterback. He threw for almost 2,800 yards last season, but tried to extend the play there a little too much and had it knocked loose by the Rebels, but the Woodbury squad able to jump on top and recover for a 3rd play situation here, Steve.
There it is, quarterback Bajellos running back to his left. Play action, he's going to throw, air it out down the field. Nobody home. Good coverage down the field by the Rebels, and it'll set up 4th down and 7 yards to go from the 34-yard line. And Woodbury's going to punt it away, so a good job by the Rebels, 3 and out.
Well, he had some time to throw, did Bajellos that time, with a tough defensive line for the Rebels, but just tried to extend it out. The officials let him kind of do a little hand play, both with the receiver and the D-back, no flags, and now we'll see a 3 and out job here by the Rebels. Congrats.
Quentin Cobb Butler is the punter, standing at his own 20-yard line. Wobbler off his foot to the right. It'll hit the ground. The Rebels will retreat and back up. Emmett Tutt, Khalil Toney are the punt returners, and the Rebels are going to get it 1st and 10, first drive of the year at their own 44-yard line.
Well, Steve, it's the first time, well, the 3rd time these teams have seen one another in a year. So it's a chance here for the Rebels to avenge a couple of losses last year, one that started the season. That was a tough loss for the Rebels. They had the lead late into that 4th quarter. Meanwhile, they were also knocked out of the playoffs in the final game of the season against Woodbury by a score of 14-0. So this is their 3rd matchup in a year as the Rebels take the field and the quarterback in play.
Preston Tilkey is the quarterback. To tailback Arthur Russell will set the rest to that Rebels offense in a moment. They have a slot back left. Here's Russell up the middle for a few. He's stacked up at about the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Russell takes that carry in last year. He got some carries, but he'll get the bulk of them here as we start tonight.
Rebels opened the year with a 15-9 loss at Woodbury on the way to a nightmare 0-9 season. Meanwhile, Woodbury parlayed it into a 9-2 regular season a year ago and a deep run in the 6A playoffs. 2nd down and 8. Here's Russell again up the middle, darting his way over midfield to the 49-yard line. Good run there. We'll call it a gain of 5. It'll set up 3rd down and 3.
Last year, Russell, about 34 attempts, 128 yards on the ground. And you can see him here start, stop, kind of a stammer, and looks across, finds those gaps, and got just enough. Leaves 3rd and short. 3rd and 3 now for the Rebels on their first possession of 2022.
5'10", 185-pound junior. 2 straight carries here to start the Rebels. Here's Tilke rolling right, gets to the outside, has a man, and it's caught on the outside. Elijah Novak for a first down and more.
Nope, they're going to say he was juggling the ball.
Oh,
incomplete.
Too bad. Incomplete pass. That was a good route, good throw, but he juggles it, and that'll set up 4th down and 3 from the 49-yard line. And we'll see what the head coach does here.
Coach Keenan looks like he's sending out the punting unit. So we'll get a look here, and
Ben Bremer to punt, by the way.
Both D's going 3 and out. Again, Woodbury, a tough defense. They just gave up 12 points a game last year.
And they'll punt it away. Charlie Jacobson deep. He won't return it. Goes out of bounds inside the 30. All the way down near the 20. He walks it back to the 26-yard line. And that's where Woodbury will start their second drive of the game. Scoreless, 8:58 to go, quarter number 1. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin here on opening night. Champlin Park hosting Woodbury.
Well, in the air last year, it was Woodbury who averaged almost 200 a game, 192. Meanwhile, they could run the ball as well. They put up they average about 150 yards a game on the ground. So a good balanced attack.
Esquivel to the left. Keplin to the right. Esquivel will get his first. No, it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. Good fake. He gets run down for a loss. Back at the 24-yard line. Good pursuit by that Rebels defense. They were all over that one. And a number of Rebels in the middle of that. Michael Bruggers was one of those, wearing number 44 from his defensive end spot. 2nd down, 12 to go.
Well, I will say if there's an opportunity maybe to try to take advantage of this defensive line for the Rebels early in the season, might be up the middle, but you're not going to go wide on these quick defenders.
Hakabo is Quivel to the left. He'll split out. Quarterback throws, but Jellos incomplete. Trying to come to the near sideline. And the intended receiver out there was Cole Simmers. And now it's 3rd down and long.
It doesn't look like much wind, but it is windy on the field level. In fact, Pagelis that time threw into the teeth of the wind because it's blowing exactly into his face. When he threw that ball, you could see that it just took off and guided away from the receiver.
Pagelis, 6'2 junior, 186. Here comes Woodbury. 3rd down, 12 yards to go. And they're going to hand it off, and carrying it up the middle, Kip Keplin. Keplin maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to set up 4th down and long, and Woodbury's going to punt it again.
Very conservative running call there, deep in the Champlin Park area. So now they're going to have to punt for their 2nd consecutive time.
All right, and now to punt it away, Quentin Cobb Butler. 2 players back deep for the Rebels near midfield. Good high spiral. Fair catch signal made and caught at the 38-yard line. Fair catch made there by Emmett Tutt, and the Rebels will have it. Joe in very good field position for their 2nd drive of the game.
Well, and hey, Champlin Park came in last year. Each game that they lost, even 0-9, very tight games. But this season they had kind of hoped for a different quarterback start because last year Sean Erickson was lost due to an ankle injury, and this year, gosh, a couple weeks before the season, another ankle injury for Sean Erickson.
Yeah, just a nightmare scenario for Erickson. Quarterback Preston Tilke, running back to his right, Arthur Russell. He's 5 yards back. Here's Russell again up the middle with room to the 45 near midfield. Could be the first down of the 2022 season, and it is. And actually the ball carrier there, Remy Agunia. That might have been Agunia, the ball carrier.
It was. Yep, Ogunlana, and I'll tell you, he was like a scat back there, just looking at the holes, some quick burst and a nice run. Good hole by that offensive line. They're inside Woodbury territory as well with that first down.
First down, fumble. Woodbury's got it. Well, Tilke didn't handle it. And Woodbury comes up with the football. And I think coming out of the bottom of the pile with it, it was just a clean fumble. And a big turnover there. And now Woodbury gets it in Rebels territory. First down and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, that was one of the signature plays for Woodbury last year defensively. They had 10 interceptions and also 10 fumble recoveries. They had 12 forced fumbles as well on the season. So first turnover goes the way, and Woodbury now takes over.
Bagelos has running backs beside him. Man goes in motion to the near side. That's Jacobson. Handoff up the middle. And a gain of about 4 or 5 off the right side near the Rebels' 40-yard line before he stacked up. And I think that was Champlin again, the ball carrier. And it'll set up second down and 5 yards to go.
Both some good-looking holes offensively there on that carry by Woodbury, and of course on that previous possession for Champlin Park. A good first down and a pickup of 11. But they lost the ball on the turnover on the next snap. So Woodbury operating inside Champlin Park Rebel territory.
Here's George Bagelos. Fakes a handoff, spins out to the right, hits his receiver, but no gain on the play. Outstanding defensive play there by Muhammad Dakuli. And it'll be a third down.
Champlin,
no gain.
Yep, Champlin with that reception. You could kind of see this time they went with more of a conservative rollout to the right. A short pass. And again, they are into the wind right now for Champlin Park. Flag just about pretty much straight.
And I'm glad there's a bit of a breeze here on this warm evening in early September. Opening night, high school football. Champlin Park and Woodbury.
4-down territory here. Nope, not anymore. Good
and the
job.
Quarterback, Bagelos, swarmed under back near the original line of scrimmage at the 46-yard line. Rebels all over that play defensively. And Ben Bremer among those leading the charge. And there's a Rebel injured down at the 44-yard line. 5:19 to go, quarter number one. It looks like Woodbury's going to punt it away into the wind.
Well, it looks like number 45 is down here for Champlin Park. Defensively, maybe an ankle or a knee, but they made the nice stop. I was thinking, hey, even if they get back to the line of scrimmage, this could be a 4-down situation for Woodbury, but they took a 5-yard loss. So they are going to end up punting, it appears anyway at this point. And
it'd be their third punt of the game already.
Injury, by the way, is on De'Eric Bryant.
And, Joe, that was another storyline a year ago, a ton of injuries for the Rebels, and here you go.
Head coach for Woodbury's Andy Hill, meanwhile, set with Brown as one of their guard tackles, Lucas McNellis, also Mahmoudi, followed by Danner. Downigan, one of the tackles, and then, of course, offensively, look out for this guy, Quentin Cobb Butler, followed by Charlie Jacobson, Fromlett, Keplin, Esquivel, and George Bagelos is the quarterback.
And a punt, Quentin Cobb Butler. But we'll see about that. Standing at his own 41-yard line, into the wind, as Joe mentioned. Here at Rebel Stadium, he will kick it away. And this is a good one, a fair catch signal made at the 12-yard line. And with that fair catch again, Emmett Tutt. And that's where the Rebels will start by far and away their worst field position here in quarter number one. They had drive start at the 44, the 40, and now they'll be at their own 12-yard line, first and 10, so they survived the turnover.
Head coach here for the Rebels, not Bill Marish, but in fact, Coach Keenan out of Moorhead State University. A left tackle is going to be Colin Ellingson, followed by left guard Cody Kramer. Center is Benjamin Nelson, and then Rashad Ishag and Magnus Wright at the right tackle. It's Bremer at the tight end. Tutt as a wideout, followed by Novak and Ogunlana, also one of the fullbacks, Russell as well. And the quarterback, it is Tilke.
And here is Russell off the right side, not much doing. He was wrapped up almost immediately by that Woodbury defensive line. Matthias Singh Savannah made the play. We'll call it a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 yards to go.
Hey, and a look here at the defensive set here for Andy Hill is Amusin Okiki, followed by Sang Suvana and Jordan Denigan at defensive end, and linebackers it's Lucius Klein Healy, along with the cornerbacks you see there, one of those Williams. Meanwhile, trying to get to the outside, Champlin Park.
Tilke tries to get to the outside, gets it to the 16-yard line, set up 3rd down and long. The offense is struggling early in this game, first game of the year. Defense is a bit of an advantage, and that'll set up 3rd down at the 16-yard line. So a gain of 3 on the play.
A good look at this crowd. Labor Day weekend, Thursday. Again, this is the 3rd meeting. I know I mentioned it already, but the 3rd meeting. That's so ironic. The last time they met, the first time was September 3rd last year, the first game of the season. But there was a couple of bookend losses for Champlin Park versus Woodbury.
Here's Tilke over the middle, caught near the 20. Won't be enough for the 1st down. And that was brought in by the tight end. And I think that was Bremer. And Bremer did haul it in out at the 21-yard line. So pass complete, well short of the 1st down as they get it out to the 21-yard line. And they need to get it to the 24.
Correct.
So just a bit short, and they're going to kick it away. Another punt. This will be the 2nd for the Rebels. They had a fumble earlier. And here is that punt. Ben Bremer, high, knuckleball, hits at the 41-yard line. That had no spin on it.
That was the strangest looking punt that has gone that far. And you're right, it knuckled. It was almost like suspended in midair a couple of times. In fact, during that time, Steve, you took my wallet from me. I was so dazed and captured by that punt. Interesting.
And folks, there's no money in it.
Just that Ford party posted a check. But there you get a look at the stands of the Rebel fans here, and a good showing also for the Royals on the opposite side. The Royals, in fact, got caught in traffic as they walked into the stadium. It was 35 minutes on the clock that were remaining before the kickoff, and head coach Andy Hill said that's fine. 35 minutes is fine. We'll get going.
George Pagello is the quarterback, running back to his right, Kip Kaplan. They'll throw, and it's caught at the 44-yard line and immediately driven down to the turf after a relatively short game was Cole Summers. Summers gets it all the way out to the 44-yard line. It'll set up 2nd down and 3 yards to go, so a gain of 7 on that pass.
And you can see they're just trying to establish some sort of cadence and rhythm. Here is Woodbury, and that was a nice passing catch that time to pick up 6.
So here's Summers again to the near side. Kaplan to the right of the quarterback, Pagellos. They're at the 44-yard line. It is Kaplan near a 1st down before he's stacked up, and then he just stays with it and likely gets the 1st down out at the 48-yard line. He was hit by the Rebels.
Logan
Muhammad
Ottinger
Dakuli also was there, number 7.
That was a stick tackle, I got to tell you. Number 3 came from the safety position. Logan Ottinger lost his helmet.
Yeah, Ottinger with a good hit on that, but not enough to stop him. And he gets to the 48-yard line. So he needed 3, got 4, 1st and 10 for Woodbury at their own 48-yard line. 2:25 to go, quarter number 1, season opener for the Royals and the Rebels here tonight on QCTV. They're going to try the end around. And no room whatsoever on that end around. Bash Killa. Nothing doing there. Good pursuit by the Rebels as they string it out.
What coverage. They did string it, and what a crunch at the end. Oh, they come up and close that tackle. I thought he had some yards ahead of him. It looked like initially a nice fence on that reverse to Kilo, but the Rebels defense came up strong, and they put him back a yard loss there for Woodbury.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. They need to get it to the Rebels' 42-yard line. Quarterback rolls out, nothing doing there, and they got it to the other tailback, Hakabu Esquivel, and he loses yardage.
Defensively, they came with almost a delayed blitz that time by number 7. And I'll tell you, he got a lick on Vagelis, and he had a full sprint run because that offensive line took out everyone else, but opened it up there for Tukuli. They come in and put a lick that time on Vagelis.
So 3rd down from their own 44-yard line. They need to get it over midfield to the 42. 3rd down, 15 yards to go. And we got a delay, I believe. Delay of game. That will be the first penalty of the game.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Head referee is Jared Leader. Meanwhile, the umpire is Toby Sackett. Head linesman is Chad Evanson. Dean Cockelman is the line judge. And Scott Mayo is the back judge.
Well, they got it to the Rebels 48, have been going in reverse, back to their own 47, back to their own 44, now back to their own 39, and it is 3rd down and 19 at the moment from the 39-yard line. George Bagelos, the quarterback. Man goes in motion, and they're going to air it out down the middle of the field. Jump ball picked off there by Ottinger. And the Rebels have their first turnover of the season. That's almost as good as a punt, Joe.
It is, and they tried to go over top. Vagelis set this up, maybe hung it just a bit much. Keep in mind, he's throwing into the wind right now, but Ottinger, who had 3 interceptions last year, gets his first of the season. That along with a big tackle earlier in this possession. So, again, 1 first down, that's it, and Woodbury throws it the pick, like you said, Steve, almost the equivalent of a punt.
So the Rebels start 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Preston Tilkey, the quarterback, and it looks like Russell will set up just to his left. And he is going to carry it, work off the right side, have a little running room over the 30 near the 35-yard line. Good run on 1st down.
I enjoy watching these running backs kind of take some quick steps, quick jumps. Russell that time, he had about 180 yards last year rushing, but jumped out. Good footwork there, found a hole, and they leave a short 2nd and 2.
35-yard line, Russell there next to Tilkey. Tilkey's going to roll out, trying to get to the edge. Can't. Spins the other way. He's on the run. He has room. Can he get to the sticks? Yes, he does. He runs out near the 37-yard line. That should be enough, and it is.
He extended this play just enough. The Woodbury defenseman, I thought, was going to level him, but he just kind of pushed him out. And he was able to get beyond that push of maybe a yard or 2 in front of that marker. So 2nd first down of the game for the Rebels.
Good job by the 6'2", 175-pound sophomore. Goes left, moves to the right. 1st and 10 Rebels, own 37-yard line. 10.5 to go, quarter number 1. He'll take the snap. Give it to Russell. Try the right side over the 40. Stacked up near the 41-yard line. And the clock should keep running, and that'll be the end of the quarter. And we will get to the end of the quarter right there. So, 1 in the books. We are scoreless. Champlin Park driving near midfield. Steve Thompson, Joe Ruland here on QCTV.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look.
The St. Paul Saints are back. Jordan dives, has it, goes 2nd for 1 on the first. Double play! Oh, in the air, right field. Well hit,
Catch live coverage of tomorrow's big league stars right here on this community station.
Here we go, quarter number 2 from Rebels Stadium. We are scoreless. Rebels have it for the 4th time in the game. A couple of first downs so far tonight. And now we have a flag, and we're going to have offside on Woodbury. So encroachment, they must have lined up offside. That's a benefit for the Rebels. And that'll get him very close to a first down, Joe.
It is 3rd penalty of the game.
Still 2nd down.
2nd here on Woodbury.
So a 5-yard penalty. Both teams have 1 penalty apiece for 5 yards. That moves it out to just shy of the 47. Well, they're going to give them a first down now. So they're going to move the sticks, reset it. We still have not run a play here in the quarter, and we are ready to go. Here's Tilke, and Russell is the running back. Takes a handoff, works the right side, 50, and gets down to the 47-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds over there. Charlie Jacobson among Woodbury Royals. Royals in white here on the road.
Love the running style. Enjoy. Just a patient runner. And Arthur Russell, 185-pounder, 5'11". Kind of a scat back approach when he goes inside, but he's got that burst to kick it outside, as you saw there. Pickup of 6 for the junior running back.
So it is 2nd down and 4 at the Woodbury 47-yard line. Rebels get it into enemy territory. Here's Emmett Tutt on the throw out to the flat left side over the 40 to the 35-yard line. First down, Rebels.
This is a kid I'm excited to see this year. Emmett Tutt, an explosive player. He can return. He also had 11 receptions last year, 135 yards and a touchdown, but you got to get him the ball any way you can, and you can see right there it was Tilke just trying to even push the ball out of his hand to get it over to Tutt.
So 3rd first down of the drive, down to the 35, 1st and 10. They're moving into the wind. Here's Russell, cut back 30, stacked up, driven down there. Gain of 5 on the play, and he paid the price as he ran into the middle of that Woodbury Royals D.
Starting to try to toughen up, but they still pick up 5. 2nd and 5, that leaves the playbook wide open here for the Rebels and Coach Keenan.
Ellingson, Kramer, Nelson, Ishag, right up front for the Rebels. Tutt wearing number 4, splits out. And as Joe mentioned, very dangerous. Elijah Novak to the near side. And here's the quarterback, Tilke. He's going to tuck it under his arm, lose a yard. He got wrapped up back there. Good defensive play, good pursuit by Alan Mancera. And it's 3rd down and 6, Joe.
Yeah, but I like it with Tilke. He showed some confidence on that cut. He was looking to look up, kept stretching that play, and then made a burst. Granted, he lost a half a yard, but it was just how he took that confident step and cut it up. And I think the more confidence he gets, the more snaps, the more proficient you're going to see him playing.
Drive started at the 27-yard line. 8th play of the drive. Here's Russell inside the 30, driven out of bounds on the near side. Charlie Jacobson in the middle of it over there. Also Bash Killa in on the tackle, and it's going to be very close to a first down at the 28-yard line. They need the 25. It'll be 4th down and 3, and I'd assume the Rebels are going to go.
You got it. First 4th down conversion of the season. You can see Russell there too. He just doesn't hit the hole. He's poised, looks for it, and then makes that burst. So well, interesting to see what they're going to run here.
Right McIntosh split out to the left. Here's Tilke under his arm, quarterback keeper all the way. Can he get to the edge? No, he's cut down. Great defensive play over there by Woodbury's Quentin Cobb Butler. Woodbury gets it back. What a play.
That's a skilled tackler coming up. From a corner, you could see he was praying on it. Tilke was just a bit hesitant at that time. Just didn't quite have the confidence to get around there, kind of try to extend it again, but coming in, like a streak that time was number 8, Quentin Cobb Butler.
Woodbury gets it at their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10, 9:56 to go. Here in quarter number 2, we're still scoreless.
As I mentioned, he's also a weapon on offense, so keep an eye on 8.
Bagelos hands it off. Here's Champlin. Champlin for a yard or 2, and he is stacked up inside by Ben Bremer.
Champlin Park playing so tough, man, I'll tell you. Good size offensive line here for Woodbury. They come in averaging about 245 on that offensive line.
They go hurry up. Bagelos, the quarterback, sends a man in motion. He's going to throw near side. Caught. Short gain. Good play. The receiver out there on the near side, Quentin Cobb Butler, who made an outstanding defensive play. They're going to give him the 34-yard line, and it's going to set up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
5'9", 150 is Cobb Butler, but shows some great hands as that ball took a while to get to him. He had to shield off the defenders.
They're going to hand it off from new running back. Tisdale has running room over the 45 to the 49-yard line and a 1st down. So a backup running back, Isaiah Tisdale, gets it out to the 49-yard line.
Looked like they had been set up kind of a trap that time, or counter here. He had to wait for it to develop.
They go hurry up again. Here's Fromelt. Fromelt over midfield to the 46-yard line. So they are definitely going hurry up. And they're going to get a play in, and they're going to line up and go 8:35 as they go hurry up. That'll set up 2nd down. Let's call it 5 yards to go.
And they have quite a stable of running backs that they'll use throughout this game, as you've seen already here in the first half.
Once again, George Bagelos, the quarterback. And they are going to hand it off up the middle. Nothing doing there. Good defensive play. Michael Brugers made the play and drove that ball carrier back. And the ball carrier there happened to be Esquivel. And now it's going to set up 3rd down and 5 yards to go at the 46-yard line. We'll call it no gain. They throw it out to the right, caught in the right flat, 45, 40, and that is Jacobson inside the 40 to maybe the 43-yard line. More than enough for a 1st down over there.
And Bagelos that time, that looks like an easy throw, but with that wind and pressure coming in, man, he laid it right between the numbers and in a spot where that receiver could catch it and take it right upfield.
1st down, 38-yard line. Woodbury on the move, 7:30 to go. Quarter number 2, we are scoreless. Bagelos running back with him. He'll throw it out to the left. Big hit, look out. Low bridge. Leon Fromelt got decked.
I mentioned these Rebels are coming out hungry. They want to avenge 2 losses that they had last season to Woodbury, and that time took the lid off. Ottinger that time, I believe. He's been playing so well already here in this first half. Some key tackles, an interception, and that time a key hit. 2nd and 10 now for Woodbury.
Bagelos goes straight back. Under pressure, ducks out of there on the move. Gets wrapped up after a gain of 1 or 2. Rebels pursued beautifully. It'll set up 3rd down as they get it to the 36-yard line.
Bagelos last year, almost 2,100 yards throwing the ball, 23 TDs and just 4 interceptions. He's poised in that pocket. He kind of let those rushers get by him, and then he took off.
Esquivel, the lone running back to the left of Bagelos. 2 wide receivers left. They're going to throw that way, and it's caught. Good move at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10. Step to the middle, 5. Touchdown, Woodbury. Quentin Cobb Butler.
I knew it. They were looking that way. They had single coverage, and I'm telling you, this kid is quicker than a hiccup. You catch that ball, he plants and just makes that move. Cut between tacklers. I knew it. You could just see from the setup on that play, they were coming this way. And right there, coming up to try to make the tackle, but there were 4 there. He was beyond him and then split the tacklers and took it to the house.
On to try the extra point, Quentin Cobb Butler. Holder is Cole Summers. They're with the wind here. Woodbury 6-0 at the moment. Snap, spot, kick. Low, but good. And Woodbury leads at 7-0, 6:33 to go. Quarter number 2, excuse me.
I was going to call it right when he took that snap, just as they had that set up, because they went to the right the last time and he ran it, but you could see that he was trying to get it into the hand of that gifted receiver in Cobb Butler. Quentin Cobb Butler. Impressive play. That was all him there. You get a look at what apparently is this. I don't know, sure it's a whiteout or is it a
toga
party thing going on here. Is fans here ready to rock, ready to avenge a couple of losses from last year and a rare season going 0-9, but not without a lot of challenges and some future players right there.
And quick drive summary. It was Bagelos to Cobb Butler from 36 yards out. Drive goes 8 plays, 73 yards and 319. PAT was good. 7-0 Woodbury.
So they strike from 37 yards out. Bagelos, his first touchdown pass of the season, as I mentioned last year, he had 23. And the first touchdown pass of the season here, they did most of that work, was Quentin Cobb Butler.
And he will kick it off. 2 players back deep for the Royals. High end over end to the far side. Sails into the end zone with the win for a touchback. And Champlin Park down 7-0 midway through quarter number 2. Will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
What a drive. After making a stop, and I'll tell you what, here's the signature part. Who made that key tackle on that 4th down attempt for the Rebels? You got it, Cobb Butler, who came streaking in, wrapped up Tilke, the quarterback, and they turned the ball over on downs, did Champlin Park, and then cashing it in on the other end on that offensive play, again, was Cobb Butler on that 37-yard touchdown reception.
I had it at 36, but...
That is it?
Yeah, we can go with yours. I mean, I'm not going to argue over a yard. All right, here come the Rebels. They need a drive. 6:33 to go into the wind, sun setting, and a good crossing pass caught by Elijah Novak off the arm of Preston Tilke, and the Rebels get very near a first down out to the 29-yard line, and that's a solid gain of 9. Joe might say 8, but
I think it's 8.5.
Okay.
But you know what? They're starting to kind of get that cadence and that flow of the offense. You can feel it. You know, you just need a few possessions to kind of get into that flow of the football season, and it has arrived here at Champlin Park.
Here's Tilke. He's going to drop back, set up, down the near sideline of the field. He's knocked out of bounds. Is the intended receiver, Elijah Novak. Good coverage downfield by Woodbury defensively, and Joshua Williams. No flag on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
And you know, the direction of that wind coming is kind of into the face of Champlin Park, but it also is fading kind of towards the Champlin Park bench, and that's why that ball ended up out of play, just beyond the white marker or field markers you can see on the field. So
Novak goes way out to the left. Tilke with the running back to his right. That's Russell off the left side with room over the 40, the 45, out to the 47 plus, and a first down for the Rebels.
good scat back running once again, just reading the holes and being patient, letting his lead guard get out front. It's like that old wing T formation scheme blocks.
Yeah, gain of 13 out to the 42-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rebels. Third play of the drive, and that's a first down. And here's Tilke again. Drops back, throws it left, caught. Novak in the air. Got hit immediately out there by Bashkilla.
Literally climbed that invisible ladder and made that catch.
That was a great catch.
Knew he was going to get clobbered. He was triangulated there by 3 of the Woodbury defenders and still came down with the ball on a clean catch.
2nd down and 6, ball 47-yard line. Novak to the near sideline. He's been a big factor in this drive already. Tilkey's going to hand it off. Russell trying to bounce to the near side, get to the edge, does, turns the corner, 40, 30, 20, stumbles and falls at about the 14-yard, make that the 16-yard line. Wow, what a run.
And you could just see him pick up velo with every step, but he was just waiting to get the block set, and now he got to the outside, a stiff arm to shake a tackler, and he almost took that one to the house, but an impressive scamper.
30-yard gain, 1st down, Rebels down 7-0. 4:15 and counting to go, quarter number 1.
You can feel the mojo from both of these teams right now.
Play action, Tilkey rolling left, has a little time. Now throws, and it's bobbled and dropped. Bobbled and dropped out there. It was almost picked off as well, and the Rebels may have got a break. Blake Stahl was the intended receiver.
And I'm not sure if they're trying to set up some sort of a throwing scheme to that left side, but that's a tough rollout to the left, and you're going across your body. You're not able to run as fast as you would like to get to that spot, and then you have to throw, stop, make that throw, and that's a tough throw to make. Just a bit behind, it was enough for the defender to get a hand on and disrupt the reception.
Emmett Tutt's going to split out there, along with Ryan Julie. They're going to try a little counter play inside, and getting wrapped up is Blake Stahl. Well, quarterback handed it off to the running back Agunia, and then Agunia handed it to Stahl, and Stahl gets it inside the 15 to the 14.
Yeah, kind of that mini inside reverse, and almost had it there. Critical down here now. Steve, 3rd and about 8 for the Rebels. It's 4-down territory.
Tyler Hansen and Emmett Tutt go out to the left. Agunia, the running back. He's going to block. That's caught near a 1st down inside the 10, and getting wrestled down almost immediately by Cobb Butler.
I believe 4th and about 2 as
just short of the 1st down. So good pitch and catch, but just short.
But again, a good idea. Just get it into the hands of Tutt, see if he can break a tackle. But that throw had him kind of going out of bounds, so he had to get his feet down. Here we go, 4th and 3.
Russell is in the backfield. 4th down and 3. Ball at the 9-yard line. 1st down at the 6. Man goes in motion. Well, they call Arthur Russell's number. We got a flag, and this could be delay a game on the Rebels, and that'll be just a killer.
Yep.
Or procedure.
Yep. You could tell that they kind of lost.
False start. Number 76 offense.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Hansen came from the left to the right, was trying to hurry up and get set. And then you get the offensive lineman down there for such a long time, and it kind of throws that timing off. And that's what happened as the lineman had jumped, so it moves it back to now almost, what is it,
the 14, so that is going to be 4th down and 8 yards to go, and now we have a timeout on the field, 2:39 to go. Well, this Rebel drive started at their own 20-yard line. It has been a good drive, but boy, they really want points here, Joe.
They do, and Coach Keenan, I like this timeout. Just because they want to make sure they have the right players in and the right call, and make sure we got everything set to capitalize on this situation. It's a 4th and about 8, and Keenan, again, 1st or 2nd year, I think he took him to the state tournament. And then last
2 years ago, we're runners up.
Yep.
To Wyzetta.
Keenan actually played at Moorhead State, where he was a defensive tackle, and you can see, I remember talking to him the first year, focuses on technique with those defensive linemen, and you can see they've developed that over the course of the season. So play call is in, new offensive coordinator as well this season for the Rebels.
Big play. Here's Preston Tilkey. Arthur Russell is the running back. He'll set up to his right. Novak to the near side along with Tutt. Let's see what they do. Here's Tilkey. He's going to roll out another flag. Hold everything.
Yep, illegal procedure again.
And another 5-yard penalty.
I want to say it was on that left side of the line. You saw someone jump.
Prior to the snap, full start. Number 27, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So now it's going to set up 4th down and 13 from the 19-yard line. They need to get all the way to the 6. 2:36 to go here, first half. And now Woodbury in a pretty good spot. Tilkey waiting for a play. So we'll see what the Rebels have up their sleeve here. Not a lot of great 4th down and 13 plays in the red zone.
See
we'll see what they draw.
Maybe they draw a penalty in the end zone or something too.
Here's Tilkey, straight back, stops, throws, near corner, jump ball, out of bounds. Intended receiver was Emmett Tutt, and it was actually, I think, caught out of bounds by Quentin Cobb Butler, and Woodbury's going to take over on downs for the second time in the game.
Isn't it? Cobb Butler finds himself the nucleus. He's in the middle of all of these key plays, finds himself, and he shifted there. If anything, they may have called a penalty on Tutt, but they decided to let him fight it out, and they both end up out of bounds. So another turnover on downs here for the Rebels, and now it's a chance for Woodbury to add to the 7-0 lead with 2:28 to go in the first half.
George Pagelos, the quarterback, has an old-fashioned eye behind him.
Gotta love the eye.
And he's going to come up under center, which is a rarity as well.
Old school eye.
Be still, my beating heart. And now we have a timeout, 2:28 to go, first half. Joey, you just don't see that much.
No.
Quarterback under center, eye behind him. What are we going to see next?
Well, he might have been a bit bewildered. That's why he called the time. Are you sure? I'm going, what? Taking the snap from underneath?
Yeah. What are we going to see? The wishbone next?
Hey, my nephew's team out in Dasso Cokato ran that last year for the state championship, 14-0.
Hey,
the old wishbone.
Yeah, well, and I think really what they've done up in Elk River running the football has really changed a lot of mindsets. If you can run the football effectively, you can win.
The old wing tee, and
yeah,
you've seen that tonight from the Rebels too, especially on a couple of those big run plays. It's all in kind of that footwork. And get a look at the coaches. I think Steve, what they were there is they're critiquing you, not the players, as they had a look at the big screen and the coaches, but taking a look at a play they can maybe run next time.
All right, we're going to come out of the timeout in the eye, and Pagello is under center, and maybe they're going to go conservative and try and get to the break. Up 7-0, that's where we stand. They give it to the second man through, and there's a big hit and a collision, and driven back, Muhammad DeColi.
And Bremer that time as well. If he not had been there, there was some green territory there, a combination of 7 and 27. Can tandem up for that tackle.
So on that play, short gain out to the 21-yard line. Clock on the move, under 2 minutes to go. Back under center, Pagelos. A couple of the running backs. Man goes in motion from left to right. They're going to toss it. Trying to get to the outside at the 20, maybe the 21-yard line is Isaiah Tisdale.
We got a holding penalty coming up on Woodbury. Yes.
And a player down. And we have a player down for Woodbury. One of their linemen got tangled up. And we have another timeout, 1:43 to go in the half. Sun is set. We still have a breeze,
Holding.
but another one.
Offense for 5. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Could see just as the running back 21 was trying to bounce to the outside, it was Champlin that time who hooked him that left hand and
move it all the way back to the 14-yard line, so it'll actually be what amounts to be a 7-yard penalty. I wish it would just go 10 yards from the line of scrimmage on a hold instead of from the spot of the foul.
Left tackle is who was shaken up there for Woodbury. Keaton Brown, 6'5", 260. Walks off the field. Looks like might be ready to get back in next play, but
yeah, and you never want to lose those guys on the O-line for sure. Here's George Bagelos as they are ready to go out of the penalty and get everything sorted out.
they can stop them here, Champlin Park. They can use one of their timeouts.
1:43 to go, first half. Play action, Bagelos rolls out, throws it out into the flat. It is caught. Good play over there defensively for the Rebels. And I think that was the linebacker, Ben Bremer.
Great
Ben
job.
Bremer wraps up Champlin.
A little catch and release that time as he was holding off the defender coming in and then released to get the pass. And a great job of Bremer on that tackle.
And we have a timeout. Good call, Joe, for the Rebels. And they have a chance to get the ball back with 1:29 to go in the half. It's imperative they make a stop here.
Yep,
they have the ball at the 14-yard line. They need to get it to the 29. If my math is correct, that's 3rd down and 15.
You got it. I think
Thank you.
maybe 3rd and 16, but I'll take a look here.
Wait,
Just
what?
kidding. Hey, there's some kids elevating their location and getting on Dad's shoulders and hopefully sticking some of that cotton candy in the hair. That's always a good thing. And as you can see, the Rebels getting some instructions and critical situation here because last time you could tell if they're going to throw it, it was going to be kind of a long handoff, which is what that play was, and trying to stay in bounds and not stop the clock with an incompletion. Let's see what they decide to go with here. I got to think I'm going to just throw it out to the flats and see what my Cobb Butler player can do here.
Bagelos, the quarterback, right over the middle. Man, wide open and just missed him. The intended receiver, Austin Martin, wide open down the middle and incomplete. And actually, that was Champlin wearing 5. That was Kip Champlin streaking down the middle wide open.
That was like he was running down 169 with road construction signs going wide open. Not a car, just right so wide open. He just needed to put a little air under it. So as good as a stop there for the Rebels. Let's see if that's going to ignite some momentum.
Quentin Cobb Butler grabs a high snap, kicks it away. Very good punt over everybody. Bounces at the Rebel 45 and then takes a Woodbury hop inside the 40. It'll roll dead near the 36-yard line. And that's where the Rebels will start 1st and 10 with 1:17 to go. Quarter number 2. That was a great punt with the win, Joe.
Yeah, it was about a 55-yarder. There's an athlete who just anything he does well. Punts, kickoffs. He kicked one through the end zone last time, and of course, touchdown reception already in this first half. 7-0 lead. The Rebels still have a timeout left thanks to that incomplete pass by Woodbury on the 3rd down attempt. The $1:17 to go here before the half.
And by the way, 49 yards on the punt, Joe.
I was giving it an estimate.
But we can look at the tape. All right, here's Tilke. Tilke off to the left, bobbled out of bounds, and then taking a hit over there is Elijah Novak. It'll be his 2nd down and 10, 1:13 to go. And Rebels want a flag over there on the late hit out of bounds. Novak got smoked, but it will be his 2nd down and 10. I don't see any flags over there. On the chain gang. Well, now wait a minute. Maybe there was a flag out of bounds. Let's see. Everybody's backing up, and there was a
personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 29 of the defense.
29, and that's
15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
You know,
it's a 1st down.
That'll take it all the way over midfield. That is a big one. First down, Rebels. They'll get it at the Woodbury 48-yard line. So that is a mental mistake head coaches hate. Andy Hill and his assistants have to be hot. 1:13 to go. Quarter number 2. Rebels down 7-0. Tilke back, throws to the right. It's caught. Bremer on the move, gets cut down, loses it out of bounds. That's okay. And he takes it to the 40-yard line, gain of 8 on the play.
Had the first down, but after that contact, it came loose and it falls back about 1.5 yards short of the first down. He's a physical tight end.
Yeah, and Bremer's huge on both sides of the ball for the Rebels. Here's Tilke out of there quickly. Russell is the running back. He'll throw it out to the left, short, hopped him, and I misspoke. Remy Agunla was the lone setback. And now it's 3rd down and 2 from the 40-yard line. Still 1:04 to go in the quarter.
He had him there, but Tilke that time kind of compromised a little bit of that throwing technique and kind of short-armed it out. And that meant he was throwing into that wind. And if you don't have that right technique, sometimes it just goes all over the place. And that was the example.
3rd down and 2. Agunla to the 35. First down, Rebels. Gain of 5 on the play. Good hard running. Off the right side, Rebels in hurry-up mode. They'll sit the sticks and wind the clock.
I believe just the 1 timeout left here for the Rebels.
Good run by Agunla. And the quarterback not so lucky. Tilke cut down at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there. And it'll be a 2nd down. And a timeout, Rebels.
And yep, I think that's their last one.
So they'll have it 2nd down at the 35-yard line, 42.6. No timeouts, but still plenty of time to take some shots.
It is. And you can kind of see, I was watching who would cover Tut if he comes to that side, and closely guarding Tut defensively over there.
And Remy Onganla has done a good job spelling Arthur Russell. Gunlana listed as a fullback, Russell the tailback. He'll trot out. And right now, Russell, I don't see him in the game at the moment. I don't see him on the bench here either. He is standing ready to come into the game. He had that big 30-yard run on that last drive.
Maybe looking at the fullback there to pick up some blocking as well.
And now we have a whistle. And after a very quiet start to the half, the officials are getting involved here in quarter number 2. They were getting warmed up.
They were,
yeah.
You know, ease in.
Ease into the season. 42.6, 2nd down and 10. Tilke straight back. Now scrambles. And maybe got a yard.
Good defensive surge from that line. But
no timeouts either. Clock on the move, under 30 seconds. Good job by Woodbury up front.
Oguluama that time also did a good job of picking up the block from that right end of Woodbury.
Straight back, Tilke under heat, throws it down the near sideline. Tut got pushed, that's a flag! With 8.4 seconds to go in the half. Tut had him beat and got shoved out of bounds. That's pass interference every time.
And they've been trying to get on that coverage. I had mentioned it before. They really want to get Cobb Butler over there to cover.
Defense, number 29. 15-yard penalty. The result is a first down.
But that was a great recognition because it was really a mismatch as 29 tried to come over and make that play, and way too premature with the contact there. So situation that you kind of hope a couple of penalties have really expedited this possession downfield for the Rebels. And now
it'll be a 14-yard penalty to 20, first down and 10. The problem, 8.4 on the clock. So they might get 1, maybe 2 plays. Tilke rolling out under pressure. He's sacked.
Oh, my.
He was just run down from behind. Great defensive play by Coyote Amundsen.
Oh, he just took over the line. Just owned it and put the sack and ended the half on that play. Well, look at this. It's just unbelievable mismatch that time as he just beat everyone on that end.
Coyote Amundsen gets a sack to end it. We have played 2 quarters in the season opener. It is Champlin Park and Woodbury. Royals lead at 7-0 here on QCTV.
Deutschman fade for the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown.
That's Keenan Rodriguez, number 14.
Takes a quick shot. There's nothing going. Look at it.
Laser that one.
A couple lines of defense shot.
QCTV is now hiring for part-time associate producers. You can have a blast utilizing top-of-the-line broadcasting equipment, watching live events, and have fun all while being paid to be a part of our team. Production experience doesn't matter here at QCTV. Whether you're a 30-year broadcasting veteran or just starting out, we will make sure that you are equipped to be a part of our high-quality productions. Not sure if you have the time to commit to a fixed schedule? No worries. QCTV utilizes flexible scheduling so that you can pick the shifts that you want to work on. To learn more, please visit our jobs page at qctv.org/jobs. From there, you can learn more about this position, and if interested, submit your application today.
Yes, hi, I'm the owner of White Rabbit Kitchen, me and my wife Tammy. To make a long story short, because of the pandemic, I lost my corporate culinary position. And my wife Tammy and I were working through that summer of 2020 where I was basically home every day, cooking food at home and doing different things to kind of keep myself busy. By the end of the summer, we had kind of saw the writing on the wall that this previous job wasn't going to come back anytime soon. So we kind of collectively said, you know what, let's do this, and started doing deep dive research on getting a food truck business started. And it happened relatively quickly. We ended up purchasing and having a food truck or trailer built from scratch, and it was done at in November of 2020. And we kind of went off and running and worked through that winter, and next thing you know, here we are. So kind of crazy, happened pretty fast. I never would have guessed that in the course of, under 2 years, we go from just starting a food truck to owning a restaurant. So, but it's been awesome. We knew we wanted to smoke meats. I come from a background of where I rotate the menus quite a bit, sometimes even on a daily basis. That was just where my culinary background was. So we knew we wanted to be flexible and do different things. We didn't want to pigeonhole ourselves to one cuisine or doing one thing. But I did want to do some smoked meats. Not barbecue per se, but just feature smoked meats in like an American bistro style menu. So sandwiches, soups, salads, grain bowls, all that fun stuff. And so the name White Rabbit comes from the fact when I was a kid and in Scouts, the Scoutmaster would tell us when the smoke would get in our eyes, close your eyes and say, I love white rabbits, I love white rabbits, and the smoke would go away. And so we kind of thought, well, it's kind of a fun little play on the smoke thing without necessarily calling it Rob's Barbecue or whatever, since we didn't want that stigma of being a barbecue restaurant. Great feedback from both. I think the city was very excited to have us. Just obviously another option because they hear feedback from the community about wanting different resources, restaurants, places to go, different retail. So they were excited to have us open. And then also tons of just great feedback from the customers about just other options. We think we fill that void of kind of between we're like a bar grill or maybe like a fast food. We kind of touch a totally different dimension where people can come in and sit down and have a different dining experience, maybe without the TVs and that kind of thing, maybe a little more chill environment, but higher quality food than you're going to get at some of the other fast casual restaurants. Much more chef-driven, culinary focused dishes without being too high-end, where people can kind of find a nice price point, a nice medium in there. The food truck is just ever evolving. It's fun. We do different things. Like I said, one day could be totally separate from the next day at any given event. We like to switch it up based on, the type of event, the type of customers that are going to be there, where it's at, the time of the year, utilizing, the ingredients that make sense during that season. And then we will be planning on doing the same thing at the restaurant as well. Right on. Thank you. You bet. You always do so great. Thank you. I mean, I love getting when the customer gets served, and this happens a lot at the food truck and at the restaurant, when they get served and they eat their food and they specifically come back up to tell me and or the staff how great their food was. I mean, especially when we roll out new menu items and they come back and they're like, that needs to be on the menu every day. That one and 1A is just when I get to dedicate myself to creating new recipes. Obviously that's kind of where this whole thing spurned from, right? It's just love working with food. So when I get the time, especially the quiet time in the morning, to just start working on the next recipe, that's my happy place for sure. I think we do a great job of offering menu items that are recognizable, but we put a nice twist on them. So, throughout the years of working with certain ingredients and different menu items, I think this is kind of a culmination of all that. And so I really think if people want to come up and try something, like I said, that they've seen on a menu before, like everybody's seen a club sandwich on a menu before, or like a French dip or something, but we take that extra step to go from good to great, and that's kind of our philosophy here is just come in and try our food and have a great dining experience.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
It took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
We had a great tour today with members from the city of Ramsey. We had some of our county representatives and state representatives here. And super interesting group, tons of questions, and they really engaged us about what's going on here. We're kind of a unique facility where we have 22 acres of greenhouses here in the heart of Ramsey, and we were able to tour the whole facility, see the whole place, and great, super interesting group. Green Valley started in 1977. My parents started the business, and they ran it from 77 to 2004. And they started with vegetables and farming, and they slowly made their way into the horticulture business through hanging baskets and local farmers markets and grocery stores. Today, Green Valley has 22 acres of covered greenhouses, and we have about another 10 acres of outdoor growing space.
What an amazing facility. I'm really glad that they're here in Ramsey. What a great environment to be in, especially in the winter, to be able to walk through here. It feels like Florida, maybe a little bit, so that's refreshing. And it smells great, looks great, just a beautiful place. So.
It's cool because we're a local grower. I mean, we're located right here in Ramsey, and we basically ship in the metro area. We take care of Cub Foods, being the local grocery chain, and we take care of Costco in our state. And then in our own garden center, you know, we've really tried to tailor plants that are going to do well in our region. You know, with our colder winters, where we're about a zone 4, we have outdoor products that you're going to have success with.
Yeah, they're a great member of the community. They hire a lot of local employees. We were just talking about that. It's the third largest greenhouse operation in the state. It's just totally impressive to see everything they're doing right here in Ramsey.
Just a great company, great people. I think just a tremendous success story for this area, and very, very pleased that they're in District 1 in Anoka County. We love to have that. We just took a tour of Federal the other day, and so we have some awesome employers in the area, this being one of them. And people just don't even know where their stuff comes from. They see it in the grocery store. They don't know that it originates from a place like this and the good people putting it together. So awesome tour. Great time.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hey, I'm Sarah Given from the Anoka County Historical Society, and a little something you've walked past but never realized. Who's been to Billy's Bar and Grill? A lot of people? Yeah. I bet you never realized the sides don't match. The entire building is asymmetrical. It just blew your mind. Go check it out. It's true. In the 1870s, the Jackson Hotel was built, but it was completely destroyed by a fire that swept through town in 1884. But that's a story for another time. C.G. Jackson, Charles Jackson, look at the top of the building. Very modest, put his name up there. He rebuilt, but he rebuilt smart in brick and in stages. So he rebuilt the middle section first, and then a year later, he rebuilt one side, and then 3 years after that, he rebuilt the other side. So if you take a look, stare at the front of the building, the sides don't match because they were built at different times. So one side has bigger windows, one side's even wider than the other, and the middle and one side has brick detailing that the third one doesn't. So a little tip of hidden architecture in Anoka. You walk past it all the time and you never knew.
To Sofia and Gabriel, mis flores, my little flowers. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love, so you can take me with you wherever you go, near or far. These stitches and threads join us together. Me, your mother, and both of you. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
I love it. It's a lot of fun, and coloring is very soothing.
Well, I invited Lori to come in and do a chalk design in our driveway. With COVID-19, it's nice to see positive things, and it happens to be my mother's 83rd birthday. And we don't really encourage her to leave the apartment, but today's special. We're going to let her come over, and we're going to do some grilling and enjoy her birthday, just the four of us.
It's heartbreaking, but at the same time very rewarding, because even if it's we did a train outline for a lady, and she said that was the first time her husband smiled in 3 weeks. He works in a nursing home. So it's stories like that tug at your heart, but that are still it's very uplifting. They love it. I mean, it's just fun. It's fun to see, and it's so unexpected in some of the neighborhoods. A lot of people don't expect to see like a turtle with a birthday cake on his back, or a big shark swimming in the driveway. So the feedback on Facebook's been fabulous, and I get requests every day with new special requests of people that work in first responders and people on the front lines, and they just need something just a little uplifting, because it can be kind of scary right now.
It is so inspirational. I love people who have the artistic ability. It brightens. We have lots of people and kids walking by and riding bikes, and they're going to be able to smile and see this as they drive by.
Normally we would be out hiking and geocaching and kayaking, and we were kind of waiting for all the wildlife to come back in before we started doing that again, because we love to we're photographers, so we love to do that in the meantime. Until we get back on the water and in the woods, we'll keep chalking.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so one more finger if you're not very active. One finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
And we are back at Rebels Stadium, getting ready to start quarter number 3. Woodbury leading at Champlin Park 7-0. Lone scoring in half number 1. Woodbury, they go 73 yards on 9 plays and 319. Point after was good. They lead at 7-0, and here's some stats.
Halftime stats, you're looking at first downs right now. Champlin Park almost a 2-1 margin, a little more than that on the first down, 7-3. Rushing yards, they've picked up some yards between the 20s, just haven't been able to punch it in, including a 35-yard run. Followed by passing yards, of course, it's been Woodbury and clinching in a 36-yard punch to wide out there for Woodbury, and then total yards, you see that. Penalties, just 2 thus far for Champlin Park, but the big one was, boy, Woodbury almost gave the Rebels a touchdown at the end. 2 penalties alone there for 29, 5 for 44 total, and turnovers, they're at 1 apiece. A fumble recovery for Woodbury and a pick by Champlin Park on the Woodbury quarterback. And that's where we are at the half, and it's interesting because you look at scoring as it goes for the game. It's the second quarter has far and away been last year, at least for Woodbury, kind of their game changer, their difference maker. They outscored their opponents 123-27 in the second half last year. In fact, they outscored their opponents total 322 points to 141. For Champlin Park, not so much. They didn't have a chance. They didn't outscore any of their opponents in any of the halves of that 09 season. But let's see what happens. This a whole year different, and again, this is the 3rd meeting in about 364 days for these teams. They had their first meeting on September 3rd of last year. Look at this weather, 82 degrees. I'm sweating while I'm providing syllables. You gotta love that conditioning, and I hate about that visual. Calm now. It's really calm from where it was in the first half of this game. Humidity at almost 60% in the forecast fair. A gorgeous night here at Champlin Park High School, and again, coming in to this, at least on the KARE 11, you look at the fans here, also representing Woodbury in Champlin Park. But Woodbury is ranked number 7 coming in to the game here, at least on the KARE 11 poll. But they've defense has allowed just 12 points a game last year, and they've been playing that bend but not break forte so far, Steve.
Yeah, and Woodbury leads at 7-0. They're able to put together that one drive capped off by George Pagellos hitting Quentin Cobb Butler. Joe and I still arguing, was it 36 or 37 yards out? That may take weeks to sort that out, but nevertheless, great throw, great catch, and a terrific run by their wideout, Quentin Cobb Butler, who's also played a huge role on the defensive side of the ball.
That he stopped on the 10-yard line. He came in out of nowhere to stop on that spot with Tilsky that time, as Tilke tried to cut by him, but he not only made the tackle, he wrapped him up. He disrupted Tut in the end zone as they tried to score a touchdown pass on late in that first half as well. So he's a big part of that. I wouldn't be surprised if they just focus and isolate and throw outs to him or slants and get him the ball. He's such an explosive player, as is Tut. But of course, you start to see players kind of evolve as the season, as this game goes on. And, you know, a nice outlet, I think, this season could be that tight end position for the Champlin Park Rebels, and number 27. And he's been playing well. get that name. It's
Yeah,
Benjamin
Ben
Bremer.
Yeah, it's been huge. Has a catch and a lot of big tackles on defense. And one thing about the weather tonight, it's always warm in week 1 and week 2. By week 7 and 8 of the regular season, it's remember back when we were able to watch a football game in shorts. So it changes quickly in a football season weather-wise. And here we go to the third quarter. And for Champlin Park, they have been able to move the football and just hang in there. And good things are going to happen.
Last year they outscored. I have the stat here. I knew it and it bothered me. It just pestered me. It was like picking a scab. 243 to 66 they were outscored last year. That first quarter was like the dagger for them. 106 to 6 they are outscored in that first quarter, but they've done a great job here. They're going to receive the ball here in the second half to start, and you can see the fans getting into this. The Rebels football underway. Tomorrow it's the Huskies. They're going to be traveling to Brainerd, looking for their first win of the season. And
Brainerd got beat in 0 week by Coon Rapids. The Cardinals a big comeback win. So Andover goes on the road. Brainerd's not going to be happy.
But Coon Rapids put up 21 straight points unanswered.
Yep, that's right, late in that one. By the way, back deep for the Rebels, standing inside their own 10-yard line, Tut Russell and Tootie. And to kick it off, a man we talked about a moment ago, Quentin Cobb Butler, their kicker, wide out, and an outstanding defensive back. And it is taken right in the middle of the field at the 10. And Tut, good return, put it on the ground. Woodbury ball at the 40-yard line. Tut spun, had it knocked loose. And the Rebels turn it over for the second time in the game.
I think he got it punched out. Just as he made his turn, that ball came away from the body right there. And you could see it right there. You could grab it, not so much punched, but got the tip of the ball and took possession, and that could be a game changer. Let's see how Champlin Park, the defense has played well, but now let's see if Woodbury tries to punch this in as they start on the Rebels' 40-yard line.
Couple of running backs either side of that quarterback.
Both teams protected that ball in the first half, just a turnover apiece.
George Bagelos, who turned off the lights. Bagelos rolls out to the right, and it's caught, spinning, still on his feet, and running.
That was a determined run.
Yeah, very determined.
Had a shed of at least 2 or 3. That was Fromweld. He picked up 7, and that was all on his own.
Liam Fromweld.
Family had packed up and left the scene, and he was out there working out in the flats.
Second down, and the quarterback gets decked. Good play by the Rebels as they stack it up in the middle, pushing and shoving. And we're going to get a personal foul on Woodbury, I believe. Right in the middle of it defensively, Michael Bruggers. And I'm almost certain this is going to go against the Woodbury Royals here after the fact. We'll
get a look at this replay.
The play was over. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 65 of the offense.
You called it.
15-yard penalty. The down counts. Third down.
So they lose the down, and they said 65.
Yeah. And that's Quentin Tolke, who's the backup right tackle, who takes that personal foul, and that is a gigantic penalty. After the run, there was a loss on the play to about the 38, and now the penalty takes it all the way back to the Woodbury 48-yard line. And that is a huge personal foul, and they had a couple of big penalties on that final Rebel drive that almost turned into points for Champlin Park. And now coming up under center is their quarterback, George Bagelos, eye behind him. And second man through gets the carry, bounces to the outside over the 50 down to about the 48-yard line. And that is Isaiah Tisdall.
Really
get some of it back.
Yeah, it looks like Champlin Park digging it in here, and that is 4th now and 16, and they're still deciding whether or not they're going to go for it or not.
Yeah, so a huge penalty. They get the turnover on the fumbled kickoff at the 40-yard line, and then they go in reverse. And now their head coach, Andy Hill, is going to agree to punt it away. And Mr. Do-It-All is Quentin Cobb Butler out there to punt.
And there's always a risk of a fake punt, but not right here.
They're going to punt it. And that's going to bounce toward the 5 and carry into the end zone.
Why do you, if they could just run there on those hops, when you slide like that, it's going to go off of your shoulder pads and ricochet in. If you just get down there first and beat it in between those hops. Boy, that was a perfect punt. Again, he got the bounce and just misplayed at the end by the Woodbury Gunners. So, but the good news for the Rebels is they get the ball back out at the 20 and they avoid going down any more than they are right now at just 7-0. That was a big opportunity that got away from Woodbury.
Tilke is the quarterback. And we have a new running back in the backfield. Richelieu Tootie. Tootie around the left end, tries to cut it back, gets to the edge, and sprints near the 25-yard line. So he actually got 6 to the 26. Looked like he was going to run out of real estate and then just turned it upfield for 6, Joe.
Kind of a water bug type of squirt down the sideline. Strung out the play, kept breaking it deep, kept getting it deep, and then boom, a burst down. Good effort.
Richelieu Tootie, 5'7", 170-pound senior.
Here's the matchup down at the bottom of the screen that interests me. It's Tutt going against.
Toodley cuts it back. Gets it into the middle over the 30, has the first down, a little more.
Champlin Park's going to get whistled for a holding penalty here.
So it was clean game in quarter number 1. The penalties picked up in quarter number 2, and we start number 3 with penalty.
Personal foul, face mask, number 77 in the defense.
That was wrong.
15-yard penalty. The result is a first down.
I had seen a jersey kind of getting stretched back there on a Woodbury player, but maybe the face mask took place before that. So,
and Woodbury piling up the big penalties in this game.
Nothing subtle about the penalties they're observing, but here's
and this is going to go all the way out to the 47-yard line. And a first down for the Rebels. This drive started at the 20 after the touchback. 9:55 to go in the third.
North Metro TV get a chance to look in here. Spring Lake Park and Cretin Durham Hall. Spring Lake Park is up 28-7. Wow.
And the running back Tootie to the outside and loses ground to the 45.
Get a look at that complex and what a dominating performance so far there for Spring Lake Park. And thank you for that feed from North Metro. Eden Prairie up 20-7.
They had marked the ball at the 48-yard line on a first down. It's back to the 47, so we'll call it a loss of 1. Second down, 11 yards to go. Tipped in the air, look out, and it falls incomplete. Intended receiver Ben Bremer, but Preston Tilke's pass knocked away. It'll be third down.
And really what you're seeing Woodbury do a little bit more of is Coyote Amuzen, who got the sack to close that second half of that second to half late run and attempt there for Champlin Park. But for Woodbury, Amuzen is moving around from the right end to the left. He's a big fella too, 6'4", 220. Trying to create some confusion.
Third down, 11 yards to go. Ball 47-yard line. Tilke the quarterback. He'll drop back, throw it over the middle. Bremer wasn't looking. Ben Bremer wasn't ready for it. It'll be a fourth down. That just hit him on the side of the head, I think.
Yeah, he's got to come down with that. I'm just kidding.
Well,
he's not looking. But I wouldn't be surprised if he would, right?
Maybe if it sticks in the ear hole, but.
But yeah, he couldn't see that thing coming. And I mean, these are the things that, I hate to say it, but it takes game situations to understand you know, how to react and how to make some modifications.
Bremer to punt, low line drive, fire sideline, big Rebels bounce inside the 20. It'll be down at the 18-yard line, and that's where Woodbury will start. 1st and 10 with their second drive. 8:59 to go in the third. Royals lead at 7-0, and that touchdown in the game came in quarter number 2, 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was the quarterback hooking up with his wideout, Bajelos, to Cobb Butler from 36.5 yards out. And the point after was good. 7-0 Woodbury, and that's where we stand here in the third on a sweaty night at Rebels Stadium. Champlin Park hosting Woodbury. 1st and 10, 18-yard line. They get it over the middle and over the 35 out to the 37-yard line.
Right over the middle of the tight end. Pulling it in for a big game. Yep. But I'd also look to see if they go back to the play where the running back had a wide open avenue down the middle. You got to remember those plays. Put them on your mental hard drive.
Gain of 19, 1st down. And now we have another flag. 8:30 to go, quarter number 3. Let's see what this is about.
I think 19 may have moved a little bit on this left-hand side for Woodbury.
False start. 58. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
See, I'm so accusatory and getting the wrong names down, but the numbers. But that time 58 will that go with McNellis, and another penalty. We're closing up on close to 8 already for Woodbury.
Lucas McNellis, the left guard, and now the quarterback, George Bajelos, comes into the game with the play from the sideline. Been doing that all night. And the running back, Hakabu Esquivel. And this is the quarterback, Bajelos, running and not getting much. Tackled from behind. And that was a good tackle from behind by the Rebels. Tyler Lattimore fired in there. Gets it out to the 35-yard line, gain of 3. Still 2nd down and 12 yards to go. 7:45 to go in the third. Woodbury with the ball. Aaron White driving right to left. Bajelos under pressure, scrambles out of there, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven out of bounds. Just hounded by the Rebels defensively.
And look at this play, because there's something there's missing, because he's done this play a couple of times and neither time has it worked. It's almost like he's looking to his left and he wants to throw, but then he pulls it back down and then it looks like it's a set up misdirection or something. But that play, I think you're going to need to work on before you function it again. So
Khalil Toney chased him out of bounds. Here is Bajelos, straight back, setting up a middle screen, runs into his own player. No gain on the play. Great job by the Rebels to read that one and wrap it up. And the play defensively made there by Champlin Park's Emmett Tutt. 4th down.
They've really gone to a short passing game, not spending a lot of time looking deep, which is kind of surprising. Although a good rush by the Rebels all night.
Tutt and Russell back deep. High punt. Russell bobbles the 25-yard line. Gets it over the 35, and there's a flag.
Starting to see the flags you would expect to see in the first week of the season. Of course, you got to keep in mind, too, these officials, some are working, the next 3 days, a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, as they lack the officials. And so they spread out the games on these Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. I heard...
Joe, you need to sign up.
Yes.
They need you out there.
Yeah, they need somebody who can actually get the numbers right. And I have the camera. I'll say, was that 20-ish? Yeah, 20-ish on it. But that's a tough spot. I know Matt Anderson was talking before the game. Excuse me, Matt Matson was talking to him, the athletic director for Champlin Park, and they were trying to get officials for a game, I think MEA weekend, so they have to try to figure out how they're going to work that, and trying to get officials to work back to back. But
yeah, there are a lot of challenges. Officials are needed, so if you played the game and are interested, first place you go is contact the high school league. They have a program. We'll ease you into it, but officials are really needed in all sports. Football, volleyball, soccer, you name it.
So a couple of penalties there. One a trip, one a hold, both on the Rebels.
Well, and then they point at Woodbury.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to sort this out. Nick Keenan getting an explanation. Andy Hill getting an explanation. And now I think we're ready to go as they get this all sorted out. And they are going to go in the Rebels' direction. And they'll be first down at the 18-yard line. So after all of that, they'll start at their own 18 with 6:20 to go in the third. And really one of those things where it's like you almost want to just do over. So Arthur Russell now on the backfield. He'll take the handoff, try the right side, and he gets wrapped up and driven down.
And they've made some adjustments defensively. You can see they're reading by indicating, hey, where is that wing back lined up? Where's the tight end? And they're really setting heavy to that side with defensive players. That is Woodbury.
Yeah, no gain on the play. Royals flow to the football and make that play. So no gain for Arthur Russell, who didn't run the ball in the last series and wasn't on the field, but he is now right there next to Preston Tilkey in the backfield. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Rebels. Tilkey to Russell again, left side. He is wrapped up and dropped. Nothing doing there. Terrific defensive play by the Woodbury Royals in the inside of that line. They were all over him. Quentin Tolkey wrapped him up.
He is owning it on the inside. As Dunnigan also 6'5", 270. Overpowering inside. And now you see him move to the left side here. Is one of the big pass rushers in Amison, number 9. Let's see. He's got a hand in the grass here, a hand in the sod on his rush.
Third down and 10. Tilkey off to the left, caught, no room, triple team. And decked over there was almost catching it after immediately catching it. Rhett McIntosh. McIntosh maybe got, with forward progress, 2 yards out to the 21-yard line. Now it's fourth down. Maybe the 22. And Ben Bremer's going to punt. And one player back deep for the Woodbury Royals, and that is Charlie Jacobson standing at midfield. 4:25 to go in the third. Punt away. Jacobson at his own 44-yard line. Moves to his right, being chased. And finally wrapped up. And I think Emmett Tutt was following him around. One of the guys, yeah, it was Tutt. And Tutt came up a little slowly, trotting to the sideline gingerly.
He is now, too. I'm thinking, first game of the year, and this hot, those cramps are going to start setting in, too. I mean, they already have. I didn't want to complain up here in the booth, but I've been trying to, straighten my calf. And Steve, you experienced these cramps as an announcer up here in the legs. And you try to stretch.
not really.
But the players have got to be hitting
juice, Joe. There's a run off the right side. Not much doing for the Woodbury Royals. Good job by that Rebels defense.
That's why I'm looking at Tutt to see if They're trying to get him some water. Yeah, they are. And you can see him. He's just trying to stretch out the calf, and they need that explosiveness in for the Rebels. Under 4 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Still 7-0.
Tisdale was the ball carrier, no gain. Eye behind, under center is the quarterback, Bagelos. Bagelos, second man through. Little running room over the 50 down to the 47-yard line is Tisdale again. And Isaiah Tisdale, a 5'11 junior, 181 pounds, and gets it to third down and short. We'll call it third down and 3.
See, they just stay consistent enough to keep them off balance. As I mentioned, last year they averaged about 192 yards passing a game, and meanwhile, they rushed for 155 a game. That's impressive balance.
Third down and 3. Keppel, the running back. Bagelos, the quarterback, tucks it under, scrambles to the 45, but I think he's short.
They're going to go for it anyway. 4 down right now, and they're not going to walk away from a short fourth and about a half a yard.
So he gained 2 on the play. Tackle made by the Rebels, Brady Schornstein. And with 2:33 in quarter number 3, and Woodbury up 7-0.
And if this corner is off, I say they go left side here. Even they could do a quick pass, but I'm going to guess they're going to run.
George Bagelos, the quarterback. Keppel's still the running back. He's going to run. I don't know if he got it.
Boy, it looks like a generous mark. Looks like
Matthew
he came down
Heinen wrapped him up. Oh, I don't know. I don't agree with that mark. I think his knee was down well before. Watch it here.
Knee down.
Yeah, where's that ball? Doesn't matter what we think. Ball gets to the 43-yard line, and a first down for Woodbury. 2 minutes to go, quarter number 3. They're up 7-0. They have the ball. Couple of running backs in front of them. Quarterback keeps it, but Bagelos, good fake. Inside the 40, dives all the way to the 36-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. That was a terrific ball fake. Everybody went after Hakabu Esquivel, the running back. Esquivel didn't have it.
And Esquivel needed his head on a sort of, I mean, he just got polished. I mean, he took one for the team there.
So we're going to call it 6. Ball at the 37-yard line. Second down, 4 yards to go. 1:20 to go in the third. 2 running backs in front of the quarterback, Bagelos.
See the coach kind of making a correction from the field.
Bagelos is going to hand it off, and the ball carrier there is Tisdale. Tisdale has a first down, maybe a little more, to the 32-yard line. He needed the 33. Gain of 5. Second first down for a Woodbury drive that started at their own 47-yard line.
Back at the line of scrimmage.
45 seconds to go in the quarter. Tisdale again inside the 30 pile, carries him to the 27-yard line.
You see what they're doing right now, just quick huddle. They can tell they're tired. They can tell they're starting to wear down the Rebels on this drive.
Gain of 5 on the play. By the way, the tackle made by Magnus Wright. Same setup. Quarterback, running backs to his right and left. Quarterback keeps it, now flips it out. It's caught. Caught by Fromeld. Fromeld inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
And now you're beginning to see what they were setting up earlier when they tried those plays, tried to get it out in the quick, almost like a tunnel screen, popping it out and letting their fielder and wide receiver get into some open real estate.
That'll be the final play of quarter number 3. Gain of 13 on the play. Third first down of this drive for Woodbury. And when we come back, the 9th play of the drive, when we start quarter number 4, Woodbury 1st and 10, knocking on the door, up 7-0 at Champlin Park. here on QCTV.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Tisdale up the middle, inside the 15, near the 10-yard line. And a gain of 5 on the play to start quarter number 4. And we have a player down for the Rebels. And we have an injury timeout. It looks like it could be a little cramping on this warm night as they try and stretch out the cramp. And players are going to hydrate here. Once again, a very warm night here at Rebels Stadium. 7-0 Woodbury at the half. Their touchdown coming in quarter number 2. That was George Bagelos hitting his wideout, Quentin Cobb Butler. They flared out to the left, and he did the rest, 36 yards to pay dirt. And then he tacks on the extra point, 7-0, and that's where we stand.
And, of course, now you're just starting to see that offensive line take over. And, of course, Champlin Park has been on the field a lot defensively here tonight. Well, both units, but now they've, with that 2 minutes left, that critical first down that they got on the 4th and a yard by Bagelos. Right after that, they've been going fast. Maple Grove, if you get a look at here at CCX, Maple Grove up easily 38-7.
Yeah, defending state runner-up in 6A. They got beat by Lakeville South at Prep Bowl. And Matt Lombardi and the Crimson, high hopes here in 2022, a senior-dominated squad. And they are rolling against their arch rival at Carl A. Tunn Field. And if you stand on top of the press box, Joe, I bet you can see the lights over at Osseo. We're that close. Pretty close here to Champlin Park.
Well, Osseo there ahead, and a call out to CCX thanks for that feed.
And by the way, Matthew Brugers was the player down with the cramp, and he'll walk to the sidelines. He'll be okay. That was just a cramp here on this hot night.
Good to
and
see
now
them.
It's Woodbury.
It was good to see the Maple Grove running back have success for Northwestern last weekend, and I went over Nebraska. He led Northwestern in rushing, I think 120 yards, a couple touchdowns.
Ball just inside the 10-yard line. Second down, 5 yards to go. Bagelos, second man through. Tisdale surging his way to maybe the 7-yard line before he's wrapped up. Short gain on the play. Number of Rebels coming out of the bottom of the pile there, including Ben Bremer, who's had a fine game. And now it'll set up third down and short.
And now you're probably looking at a play action fake. Rogers up 26-6 over Bemidji.
All right, gain of 1. Big play in the game here. Third down, 4 yards to go. Make it third down and 3. First down at the 5. Rolling out. Bagelos sacked! Back at the 23-yard line, and that's who else? Ben Bremer.
Oh, what an A-grade play that was. He was shot out of a cannon. Unbelievable. And a huge play. I wanted to see if he came outside the tackle or in between the tackle and the guard. As you can see, Jealous was like, who missed him? He came right at me, man. He tattooed me right in the chest.
Laws at 12 on the play, back to the 20-yard line, sets up 4th down and 15. They need the 5 for a first down.
And obviously they knew that play action fake was coming as well.
10-14 to go in the ball game. Woodbury the lead 7-0. Champlin Park trying to bend but not break here. Bajellos, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers to the left. Huge play. Bajellos steps up, rolls to his left, throws, caught, 5, touchdown! What a play!
Boy, he extended that play enough where they lost. We saw it, number 2 on that play, and
Liam Fromelt.
They just lost him. He was there the whole time. As you can see, he pitched out, and everybody overran him. Defensively, they came up. No one picked him, and even trying to run him down with his speed, but just not quite enough there, was Bremer.
Second touchdown pass of the game for Bajellos. And Quentin Cobb Butler on to tack on the extra point.
What poise by Bajellos.
Wind has dropped quite a bit. That kick up and good, but a flag.
Gonna have to get roughing the kicker on Champlin Park.
So PAT is good. 14-0 Woodbury. 9:54 to go in the game, so there still is time.
I love that play call. It was a roughing the kicker on Champlin Park. But everyone's looking deep. Everyone's looking to that first.
That penalty will be forced on the kickoff.
Everyone's looking at that first down marker. And here you get a look at the roughing the kicker. That wasn't much. Oh, no, it was.
12-play drive, and it goes 53 yards. And that drive goes just over 6 minutes.
That was a wear down type of drive. And probably the play of that drive was that 4th and 1 play where it appeared Bajellos' knee and that ball was behind that first down marker, but they got the spot. But then right after that, they kept lining up play after play. Boom, 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 and just wore them down.
And they have used that a number of times here tonight to success. Woodbury leading it on the road, 14-0, 9:54 to go.
I got to tell you, though, what poise on that last touchdown pass by Bajellos, and a nice little bubble out by the wideout on that play as well.
Here's Russell from the 11, right up the middle of the field. Cuts it to the outside, has a little room, 35 out to the 40-yard line before he's finally hauled down from behind by Bash Killa. But a big return for the Rebels, and now they're in business with good field position.
Russell's been the guy who's offered a pulse of hope offensively here for Champlin Park. He's had at least one big run of 30 plus, but he's had a couple of that. He had some burst runs of about 10 to 12 yards. And you got to keep the ball in his hands as much as you can here. But also here in the 4th quarter, 9:45, you have to also make some critical passes.
Remy Ogunlana.
Oh.
Big hit near midfield.
You could hear that up in the press box as the pads collapsed. And, oof, what a shot, but a great run.
Yeah, terrific run. Gain of 8 on the play.
Oh, 56 drove on that one. In hockey, they may call that a penalty because he left his feet, but that was Okiki who made that tackle.
Second down, 2 yards to go for the Rebels, just shy of midfield. Dropping back. Quarterback throws it out for a first down, and it is caught out there neatly by Novak just over midfield. So a short gain, Tilke to Novak, and a gain of 5.
I like it when they use Novak on that slant with that big body. He can shield off the defender.
Gain of 6 on the play, first down Rebels. 8:51 to go, down by 2. They'll try a little inside counter play and no gain. That didn't fool anybody. Blake Stahl, eventually the ball carrier. That'll be his second down and long.
Getting a look here as they try to reset and find something that's working here. And what's been working is a good slant, but also kind of rushing themselves to the line.
Novak out to the right. The quarterback, Preston Tilkey.
Coming in at the last minute, 55, offensive line Kramer for Champlin Park.
Emmett Tutt to the near side. Second down and 10. Tilkey back down the sideline, well out of bounds. There's not going to be any flags there. Well out of bounds.
But there is going to be a flag near the
in
offensive
the
line. Yeah.
Probably a hold. To give Tilkey time. As far as
personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 9, 15-yard penalty, first down.
K.
Chad Feld, he just threw him down behind the play. He threw him down to the ground.
Amusan. Coyote Amusan with another 15-yard penalty for Woodbury. And, you know, after this game, when Andy Hill and the team get together and look at film, that's what they're going to talk about.
That's starting to look like the Dallas Cowboys. They're nearing double figures in penalties already.
15-yarder down to the 31-yard line, no gain there.
And they're coming up on probably 70 yards on all those penalties.
Rich Lutudi had nowhere to go and probably lost a yard on that play. Back to the 32-yard line. 7:45 to go. Rebels down 14-7. They have the ball.
Boy, the sophomore is getting an education on this game alone in Preston Tilkey.
And here's the point. Way too long to get the play in right now.
Yeah.
You're down by 2 scores. You got to get that play in there quicker. Just way too much time going off the clock, getting a play in there.
And plus what you're seeing with Woodbury, they line up to get at it. Well, you don't give the defense a chance to recover.
Here's Tilkey. Throws it on a slant, knocked away, almost picked off.
Safety was sitting on that one.
And that was batted away. And that was Patrick Healy. He almost jumped that route and went the other way. That would have been the ball game.
But back behind that play also was Cobb Butler. So Cobb Butler's been going to, hey, all right, if they're going to go to, you know, Novak at 6'2" on this right side, I'm going to switch and go to that side. If it's going to be Tutt, then I'll go near side. But right now, they'll set them up.
Third down and 11, 32-yard line, 7:14 to go. Tilkey throws it out of bounds, fourth down.
I just think that's such a tough throw, and as a sophomore, as he rolls to his, you know, he's rolling to his left, trying to settle, and he doesn't have his feet beneath him, and when he throws, the accuracy is so tough on that.
Well, and everybody's on that side of the field as well. Everybody in the building was over there.
Not a lot of spacing.
7:10 to go, 14-10. Rebels trail.
Seems like, but this could be the play right here. If they cannot get the first down, then Woodbury, who drove the ball down, what, 60 yards last time?
Novak goes out to the right, man in motion. Tilkey throws it, picked off. Picked off at the 23-yard line.
Gone.
This could go all the way. And it will go out of bounds inside the 10. And the player of the game for Woodbury, Quentin Cobb Butler, with the pick and almost 6.
Look at, I think this pass was, I don't know what, I thought it was deflected, but it wasn't. Just thrown behind, and Cobb always in the spot.
First touchdown pass of the game from the quarterback, George Bagelos. Kicks, punts, plays outstanding defense, made some big plays in half number 1, now makes a play that may have sealed the Woodbury win here in the opener, and now we have a player down.
That's Russell who made that game, or that touchdown saving tackle to catch Cobb Butler. Otherwise, it would have been a pick 6. but he hustled all the way back to bring him down, and I think in that meantime, probably a cramp.
And Joe's cramping up. Again, pickle juice, Joe.
I'm trying this.
Bring the pickle juice. Works every time.
CTN, look at that. We got St. Francis with a 8-point lead over Coon Rapids. That may not be enough, as Coon Rapids again came back from a 20-point deficit to beat Brainerd last Friday, 21-20. But good look in here. Thanks CTN for that. It's a good look. Tough St. Francis squad. Take the snap here. Trying to power their way through.
Ball is at the 9-yard line. First and goal for Woodbury. They lead at 14-0 here in the fourth.
Moving in for maybe a touchdown drive there is Coon Rapids.
Bajelos, the quarterback, eye behind him. 2 touchdown passes in the game. Bajelos runs into his running back, and he still surges near the 5-yard line. So he bumped into his running back, Kip Keplin.
Kept those legs moving. Chopping away. And I think that's probably an illustration on how tired that Rebels defense is getting. Again, these two teams met twice last year. It was a 15-9 win for Woodbury, but it's a game that Champlin Park had all but won.
Copeland right behind the quarterback. Second man through, wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. Good defensive play by the Rebels.
It's going to give.
Yeah, coming right out of the bottom of the pile for the Rebels. Harry Massey did a really nice job on the running back.
George Bajelos. Yeah, George Bajelos, we mentioned earlier. 2,100 yards throwing last year, 23 TDs, and just 4 interceptions. He has one today. It was a nice play defensively by Ottinger for Champlin Park. But now it's a chance for a 3rd touchdown pass here. Let's see if they give him the opportunity.
3rd down and goal from the 7. Copeland the up back. Not much.
Yep.
Not much at all. Good job by the Rebels interior defense. And now it'll set up 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line. So Copeland got 1.
Woodbury, one of their players, Joey Gerlach from last year's and the Gopher squad. I haven't even checked the Gophers scores just yet.
It was 0-0.
Wow.
Grudge match, Jerry Kill, PJ Fleck. Tonight in the opener. Little bad blood there. Bajelos, the quarterback, eye behind him. 4th and goal, 6-yard line. Trying to draw the Rebels, and now a timeout.
Think they'll kick the field goal?
Yeah.
They were sitting for, I think they were all sitting waiting, and I think he just decided to work it down to the last second to call the time.
Timeout, Woodbury, their first of the half.
Yeah, here's the thing, why you don't kick. Block, Rebels pick it up, go the other way, get a touchdown, you got a ball game. If you just go for it here and you don't get the touchdown, the Rebels have to score a couple of times to tie, and they're deep in their own end.
Well,
so,
and here's something that's not used often, drop kick. You know, I mean, because I didn't play much, my coach just sent me to a corner and spent 2 hours on the drop kick in case we need it. We need to ready.
Drop
Coon
kick,
Rapids
Joe.
just took the lead, or they just within 2 points here, thanks to CTN.
Drop kick, Joe.
And they get a 2-point conversion on that.
And,
so
and I think during football season, that's your new nickname. Drop kick Joe.
Black Hawk down or drop kick Joe. And you could also use it during basketball.
All right, here it is. 4th and goal from the 6. Bajelos, running backs. Left and right. Let's see what he calls. He'll take the snap. Throw it out into the flat. Black picked off by the Rebels. Picked off by the Rebels. And they're going to carry it all the way out to midfield. That's Bremer. Another huge play.
He He has been outstanding.
Ben
Both sides
Bremer.
of the ball.
Yeah, he has been terrific tonight. So now the Rebels still alive, 4:31 to go in the game, and they have it. And really, that's the only thing Woodbury couldn't do, is get it picked off or turn it over. And now the Rebels have it 1st and 10 out at their 45-yard line. Bremer, the INT. Wow. Champlin Park in business. 4:31 to go.
See if they can reciprocate here.
Well, and let's see if they can get into hurry-up mode and get plays to Tilke. Tilke near side in the dirt. 2nd down and 10. Short hop, the intended receiver out there. Braden Emerson, tight end. But wow, big spot. Ben Bremer. What a night he's had here on opening night for the Rebels. 6'3", 215-pound senior. He wants to play next year somewhere. He'll have people lining up. Good football player. Trips to the near side. Tilke, the quarterback, straight back. Throws it out into the flat. Caught at midfield. And then wrestled down for Champlin Park out there is Ryan Julie, another senior.
Made a nice secured tackle to prevent him from running out of bounds. So 3rd and 5 now for the Rebels. Obviously 4-down territory.
Russell is a running back. Trips now out to the right for Preston Tilke, sophomore quarterback, under 4 to go. Straight back, out to the right, plenty of room, caught, 1st down, and tackled at the 43-yard line.
He took a pop
Was
on that
Julie
second
again.
hit. Right here, he gets tangled up, and then there's a pop. Oof.
Gain of 7, 1st down Rebels. 3:40 to go. They're playing a little hurry up right now, and they have to. Russell, the running back, straight back. Tilke steps up. He's going to be brought down at the 46-yard line.
Woodbury almost got whistled for too many men on the field, but they had a couple of players that just dove to get off to the sideline.
Coyote Amusan with another tackle for loss.
That play hurts, just keeps that clock running.
Ball at the 46-yard line, 2nd down, 13 coming up on 3 to go in the game. Tilke's pass picked, 38-yard line. On the comeback, Liam Fromelt. Fromelt still running. I think he stepped on. Oh! Breaks a tackle, 20-10. Touchdown. Pick 6 for Fromelt. Ball game.
That was probably 55-yard jaunt after the pick 6, and that is ball game. The turnover starting to catch up. Unfortunately, that lack of experience at quarterback.
I had Fromelt grabbing it at the 37.
That's absolutely wrong.
63 yards, Joe. I'm going to stand by it. Well, let's see it. Maybe they'll show us a replay one more time. I had it at the 37-yard line. Maybe not.
Let's just take a look.
Extra point try coming up.
But here's a look, and
yeah, 37. to
38,
me, yeah.
I think.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That hurts bad.
Snap spot.
Kick is good. No flags. 21-0 Woodbury.
Well, a team that...
So Fromelt, a touchdown catch and a pick 6 for a touchdown.
Mentioned at the beginning, this defense was so tough last year. Gave up just 12 points a game. They had 3 shutouts last year, and they also had a game in which they just gave up 3 points. But they have just taken over here midway through this 3rd quarter, but even more so in that 4th, as the Rebels have been kind of forced off their game to hurry up and rush and make some throws, especially with a sophomore quarterback.
By the way, Quentin Cobb Butler and all he's done in this game tonight, 3 for 3 on point afters as well. 21-0 Woodbury.
He had he would have had 2 picks. One in the end zone was called just out of bounds, but he has another pick, a touchdown. but he's just he's a player that draws a lot of eyes on him. And
so Cobb Butler's going to tee it up. 2:49 to go in the game.
Elk River pounding Cambridge Isanti 52-0.
And there's a once proud program that's really struggling as of late. Cambridge Isanti has fallen on hard times, that's for sure. Russell is the deep man in the middle. It'll go to the far sideline. And here come the Rebels. Good return to midfield and just over midfield. Terrific return there by Harrison Whittle.
Yeah, making that tackle again was Quentin Cobb Butler. He's that last man back.
Harrison Dwinai, a nice return.
Really nice. Good spurt, good blocking lanes, and he found an alley. And also, unfortunately for him, he found Quentin Cobb Butler.
Preston Tilkey will be the quarterback.
I know it's painful, but hey, you gain a lot of experience too by seeing how you can respond here late in the game. A sophomore trying to rush everyone to the line. You got to make those calls, read that defense. And of course, a sophomore who had some success of that last year is the quarterback, junior quarterback for Woodbury here this season, Jealous. He's having an outstanding night.
Woodbury, by the way, next week, home to Eastview, Friday night, 7 o'clock. There's a slant incomplete.
Jealous, by the way, 4 interceptions last year, has 2 tonight already.
2 touchdown passes.
It probably seems like a dubious honor if you're with the Rebels, but I will say the defense played extremely well. Stuck with it for a while, made some key plays. And even the one here late in this fourth quarter, as Kramer made that fantastic play to go up and block that pass, and he instead picked it off.
3rd down and 11, slant over the middle. That is caught by Julie. Julie to the 40. It'll come up a little short of the first down. That'll set up 4th down and 1 at the 40-yard line. .138 and counting to go in the game. Rebels down 21-0. Russell trying to bounce to the outside and does. 40-35. Steps out of bounds near the 32-yard line. 1st down, Champlin Park.
I just like his kind of scat back approach. Gets out there, then he can just take it to that next level, that next gear. Reads his blocks, stays patient. You could see he was just about to take it up another notch there.
Preston Tilkey with Russell to his left. Throws it, slant caught. Novak inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. That looks like a gain of 10, and it should be a Rebels 1st down.
Novak last year just had 5 catches total for 48 yards. He's easily surpassed that here tonight.
Another one over there, and that's caught by Novak.
He's becoming
inside the 20.
Kind of a comfort blanket over there for the quarterback, Tilkey.
Gain of 7 on the play to the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10. 45 to go in the game. Rebels down 21-0, trying to get points here late. Tilkey rolling right, throws toward the sideline. Went to Novak again, incomplete. Meanwhile, Champlin Park, they'll be on the road. Tough one at Wyzetta next Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Ouch, that's a tough game to follow up with.
And then home to Blaine on the 16th. And then another tough one on Friday is September 23rd on the road at Minnetonka. then get this to close out September at Maple Grove.
6A ball. Wow. Holy cow, what a schedule.
Tough schedule for the Rebels. Tilke back, looking right, throws right, caught, should be a first down, and driven out of bounds. Bremer's had a really good game, Joe.
Yep, and again, that play was Bremer on that pick also late. Both sides, sacks, tackling. A complete game for Bremer.
Clock stock for the moment. 34 seconds left.
And hey, get a touchdown. You want to break this goose egg.
First down and 10. Bremer went out of bounds. Tilke rolls right, throws it over the middle. It's caught inside the 10, maybe near the 7-yard line over there.
Timeout, Champlin.
Yep.
That's their first of the half.
That's Bremer again.
Use that timeout.
So they're going to mark Bremer out of bounds at the 7.
So voted on by the viewers and listeners, and the player of the game to have is 29 for the Rebels. Of course, the running back Arthur Russell, who's put up some good yardage, some outstanding running plays. And
he had a 30-yard gain early in the ball game. So 2nd down and 5, ball at the 7-yard line in the timeout. Woodbury led it 7-0 at the half.
Voted by the viewers again for that player of the game, but good effort for Russell. Also, we've had a chance to see also with
Ben Bremer deserves strong consideration for that award. Good game for Bremer and the Rebels. And here they come. Tilke, the quarterback, rolling left. Keeps the play alive to the 5, to the 3, and run out of bounds. Down there.
Thought he got the first down.
Run out of bounds by Ben Hansen for Woodbury.
Timeout, Champlin Park.
We have
their
a
second
timeout.
of the half.
They thought he just got out of bounds, knocked out of bounds, and they kept the clock running. The officials didn't see it that way.
Yeah, so 17 seconds left. It'll be a 1st and goal. We'll hydrate again.
They certainly, the officials kept that, kept the arm going. So
yeah,
but,
and it looked like he got out. It's unusual play, but
hey, they had an extra timeout here. You hate to use it, but.
So the Rebels trying to get on the board here in the opener against Woodbury, who went 9-2 a year ago. They lost to Maple Grove in the playoffs, the eventual runner-up. Champlin Park coming off the 0-9 season. They're going to start 22-0-9. Arthur Russell trying the right side, cuts back. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll have another timeout with 13.5 to go in the game. No gain.
The final
That's their final timeout of the half.
Russell looked like a gap there and was trying to run behind those blockers, but then that avenue and that hole collapsed in a hurry, and had a couple of players bracket him and bring him down. Russell. So looking up here for coming up into a quick broadcast look as Champlin Park goes back on the field.
Now, do they know if the games you're working, Joe?
Girls and boys soccer coming up. Blaine at Andover coming up for soccer for that one. Forest Lake is at Anoka. Happy Day Parade on the 10th, and then girl volleyball. Anoka at Andover, and that is on the 15th.
Now, are you involved in any of those games? I'm not either. But our QCTV crew will be there. Tilke to the end zone, touchdown.
Bremer will pick that up. Well deserved. Touchdown for Bremer.
3-yard touchdown pass. Tilke to Bremer, and it's 21-6 with 12.9 to go. But some positivity there for the Rebels.
I will tell you, as a sophomore quarterback starting your first game, it feels good to get that.
Oh,
and
sure.
it just, you got to have that, a good to take away. And they did that. So at least they ended that drive with an exclamation point.
DeCooley, the kicker, 12.9 to go. Snap, spot, kick, up, and good. 21-7. So the Rebels go 49 yards in about 2.5 minutes. And that drive, 13 plays. So they keep it going and make it 21-7.
Yep, 13 plays. That's a lot of plays and within that 50-yard time, but at least he got that play in and that execution. But you could tell they were just trying to shorten the routes. You know, a few different slants, a couple of run attempts, and then punch it in. And again, nice play there by Benjamin Bremer. 6'3", 215-pound tight end who's going to be a force to reckon with both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for opponents the remainder of the season. Onside kick. Is that what we have coming here?
Yeah, I wonder if they are going to just kick it away with 12.9. We'll see about that. Harrison Payne to kick. And why not? Why not work on the onside kick? And they do. It's got to go 10. It does. Knocked down by the Rebels.
Unable to hold possession.
Oh, too bad. And I think getting there first was
Tony.
Khalil Tony, number 11, but he couldn't hang on.
You gotta love it. I mean, the ball kind of stalled up. It was, and look at, he streaks right by, got his hand on it, almost like dribbled it back to himself. And just as he rolled over, somebody came in and knocked it loose away from him, but a great effort by Tony. A pretty good onside kick, too.
Yeah, it was. Very good. Popped in the air. Just the way you want. And now Woodbury, 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They'll take the obligatory knee.
12.7 to go. In the game, their quarterback, George Bajellos, 2 touchdown passes. One to Quentin Cobb Butler, the other to Liam Fromeld. Fromeld had a pick 6 to account for all the Woodbury scoring. And we have victory formation. And George Bajellos takes a knee, and that'll do it. Clock will run out on the opener here at Rebel Stadium, and Woodbury pitches a 21-7 victory. Rebels get a touchdown late, and that was that touchdown pass, Preston Tilkey to Ben Bremer. And Woodbury starts the 22 campaign with a victory, and Champlin Park starts with an L here at home.
It is, and you know, like, so 10 in a row in terms of losses for Champlin Park, but good effort. They played some strong defense, but it just looked like the Rebels defense got worn down by the offensive line and some of that play calling and timely execution by Woodbury, the number 7 ranked team right now currently in the state for Class 6A. Congratulations to Woodbury, and a tough loss there for Champlin Park.
Big thanks to our crew here on a warm night at Rebel Stadium, our season opener. And we'll have football going forward every Friday night through those Wednesday night MEA games. Once again, in our opener tonight here on QCTV, it was Woodbury beating Champlin Park 21-7. Let's get a big thanks to Joe Rulett. I'm Steve Thompson. Good night.